All right, look live, Jarvis. It's playtime.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, that one.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, yo boy with a cornbread accent, and always never prepared. That time I just clicked the wrong button there. Anyway, welcome to Spot Show live stream. Yes, back on a Thursday, back at home. Sorry I missed the last couple of weeks. Just that internet and the hotel was horrible. Nice hotel, adequate service, not bad, but internet there, not good at all. What was it? The La Quinta and Valdosta. Try to remember what road that was on. But anyway, I think there's another La Quinta, one exit down. It has like a Texas Roadhouse and a Outback right there, like right before you hit the hotel. And that's the hotel I used to stay at a lot of times while I'm down that way. Now, they were always pretty cool. It's a little bit older hotel. Sorry if I trying to wipe my mouth here. But yeah, it's a little more adequate hotel. Very friendly there. They would always have a happy hour every day. But anyway, enough about hotels. Hopefully everybody's having a good week this week. My week's been pretty hectic, in case you can't tell. Yes, I apologize again for the late wrestling trivia Tuesday. Didn't get out. I still got it on Tuesday, but it was around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Tuesday. Late with a Raw recap, but I was supposed to be mostly working in town this week, and maybe going Valdosta. This, a turn and burn, check something, come back. I was having to do turn and burns all week. So there's a lot of days I didn't get home. Well, I think Tuesday I got home. No, yeah, what time? Oh, trying to think now. Tuesday I didn't get home till late. Tuesday I didn't get home till Tuesday I didn't get home till like 7 o'clock. So it's probably like 8 o'clock or so. I think I remember. Either way, it was late. But it's been like 6, 7 o'clock all week long. So, spent probably more time driving than actually doing stuff. I spent a few hours down there, then got what I needed to get done and came back. But this week, hopefully, I'll be mostly in town. I'll probably have to go there possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. Again, turn and burn. Just depends on first of all, when they get the base course down and ready to go for me to do a final proof roll before they pave. And my job's gotten us doing block masonry moisture checks, where I got this little gimmick. Hey, we're on the wrestling show. I can say gimmick, can I? Anyway, this little gimmick gives you the moisture of the moisture content of the block wall, and it's got to be a certain percent before they're allowed to paint. So with the weather being like it is, and other factors, they're they want me to come down like every other day, and there's a couple of other little things too that I needed to check on while I was down there. So, a couple little loose ends, but that's why my week's been hectic. Uh, but yes, this is Spot Show live stream. On this one, if this is your first time watching this one, we talk about the current stuff, and that's what we're going to do. We got the AEW recap or AEW Dynamite recap. I didn't get to watch TNA or NXT this week. Couple other little news bits. Also, of course, Elimination Chamber prediction. We always do that for every big event, for well, at least for WWE and AEW. But trying to stall a little bit, see if anybody joins me in the chat. But yes, the chat is open. We are live and in living color. So go ahead, let me know your opinions, questions, or just, a simple hello. That's always cool as well. Let's see what else. That's about it. That's all the small talk I can handle today. But let's get right to it. Let me scroll up here. Yes, never prepared. And I'm about to get rid of this back here. I think I got myself a new room separator type deal. That way I can have a little bit more room in my room. I need to look at the camera, not the screen. Hopefully be getting another desktop here soon too. And yes, I'm just babbling some more. Hopefully the sound's good. Joe King, what's going on? Oh, it's like I mentioned, it's been a hectic week this week. A lot of driving. A lot of checking the moistures on a masonry block wall. Hey, I get to do that again tomorrow, but I'll be closer to home doing that. But I think it rained today. I think they just want to know where they're at. So, and kind of understand the process about doing it, which is not a hard process. It's just getting to where the required moisture has to be. How's your week been? Hopefully your week's been pretty good. Let's see. Okay, I think I just learned a lesson. Before I do a video, a stream, do not eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I feel like I have it in my scruffles and everything. But anyway, let's get to it. I guess first thing first, let's do the AEW recap here. Probably not going to be a long show unless I keep running my mouth. But let's see here. Make sure everything's of course, like I said, ill prepared as always. Okay, go. All right. Anyway, we'll start with this one. All right, this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite took place at the Mission Ballroom in Denver, Colorado. Let's see. Joe King, tired, hour and a half drive home. Yeah, try 4 hours. 4.5 hours. Got you beat there, brother. Got you beat there, brother. All right, let's start this over again. But yes, this week's AEW Dynamite took place at the Mission Ballroom in Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. And of course, that has a different tone to it these days, or the last few years anyway. Colin talking about it being the Mile High city. After this little review, I'll I'll tell you a little story of how I pranked a coworker. But anyway, it does have to do with Colorado. But anyway, not the best show. It was all right. They're setting up for Revolution, their next pay-per-view, and I forgot when this is supposed to happen. Didn't write it down. Like I said, ill-prepared. So let's get to it. First match, it was John Moxley versus El Clone. This was a AEW Continental title qualifier match, and I could have swore like 2 or 3 weeks ago they already had a qualifier match. Anyway, same as last one, second verse, same as the first. Some cool looking flippy moves from Clone, but Mox wound up beating El Clone with the Death Rider DDT. Like I said, decent little stuff from El Clone there. Not sure about the whole. He'll do a kip up or a flip, and he'll just tilt his head. But I guess try to see where he is. Kind of his own deal. I can dig it. Next up, we had Swerve Strickland. He comes out, explains his actions of last week. He stated that he had to show Kenny Omega that Swerve Strickland is still the most dangerous man in AEW. I guess he kind of got in his feels a little bit about Kenny Omega saying Brody King is the most dangerous man in AEW. So he had to prove it last week and after their match. And he said he will prove to anyone that comes between him and the AEW World Championship. Next match, we had Orange Cassidy against Gabe Kidd here. Decent little match here. Kidd just put a whooping on Orange Cassidy through most of the match. Orange Cassidy did come back and hit some of the signature moves, but it wasn't enough because Kidd would hit the pile driver. Before that, hit the eye rake of death, then the pile driver. It's kind of amazed that somebody got a pin from a pile driver here. Yes, just a simple, good old pile driver, old school style, almost Paul Orndorff like, or Jerry King Lawler like, that jumping jack pile driver like Larry Zbyszko used to call it. But anyway, after the match, a guy named Connor came in here, came out, attacked Cassie, but Darby Allin was able to come out and make the save. I'm not sure about that little skateboard spot where he gets on the second rope, takes a skateboard, and jumps on somebody's back as he's riding a skateboard or something like that. But not sure if I want to try out that spot there. Next up, they say this was a standby match. Oops, forgot to bring the picture up there. But anyway, it was a standby match featuring Kevin Knight versus Mansoor. Not sure why they had to have a standby match when they always go over. So it is what it is. Kevin made a great display of his aerial moves. Hit a mid-air adjustment splash for the win. Got on the mic, said, hey, when Adam Page wins the world title, he wants to put his hat in there as the first challenger for that championship. Speaking of Adam Page, we had the confrontation to figure out what the stipulation will be for their match at Revolution. MJF taught Adam Page into letting him flip a coin. MJ flipped it. It read, let's see, it was tails, Texas Death Match, heads, basically MJF can do whatever he wants to do if he wants to pull weapons, but if Adam Page even looked at a weapon, he would get disqualified. So like one way disqualification, something like that. But anyway, flipped a coin, it hit heads. MJF flipped a coin. This got a lot of things to say about this segment here. This or MJF was leaving the ring, Adam Page got on the mic, said, "What kind of dumbass do you think I am?" And of course, I'm sitting there like going, "Well, right now you're an incredible dumbass because this." Uh, I, I I was even sitting there. If I could sit there and look at something and go, I would have done this totally different. I probably had the same premise, double-headed coin, and everything else, but um, I would have done something like, as soon as MJF flipped in the air, have Adam Page catch it, and then say, "What kind of a dumbass do you think I am?" Then he'll look at the coin as, a double-headed coin. He'll throw it out to the crowd and have Tony Schiavone, who was sitting right there, flip a coin, and hopefully it landed on tails. But either way, that's not how they did it. He picked the coin up, started walking the back. Adam Page said, "What kind of dumbass do you think I am? Let me see the coin." Uh, Jet Speed came out to stop MJF from going to the back, as did Brody King and Bandito. They got the coin, and come to find out, it was a double-headed coin. Tony Khan sent word to Tony Schiavone that since MJF's coin was modified or rigged, it was a double-headed coin, that the Revolution match between Adam Page and MJF will be a Texas death match. So that should be, those are usually pretty good match-wise, but like I said, this segment, I could have done without it. Anyway, next up we had Mega Bad versus the Babes of Wrath. This is AEW World Tag Team Championship match here. Let's see. It wound up ending when Penelope Ford got injured again. I think got injured from doing the same moonsault or top rope move to the floor. She got injured. They had to call audible. Sent down Lena Cross to attack Willow, causing a disqualification. So, again, hopefully a speedy recovery for Penelope Ford. She's proved a lot. I actually dig the tag team of her and Megan Bain, Mega Bad. Don't care for the name, but I do like the tag team. Very, I want to say old school type, but it has that good dynamic. The powerhouse and the speedster, the technical one in there. So it does work out pretty good. After that, it was Brody King versus Mark Davis. Brody King would get the win there. After that, also was the what they called it, the Mile High Madness match. Young Bucks, Rascals, and Jack Perry defeated FTR and the Demand. Why not flipping the channel on here? I figured there's only one concern about Brody King's matches, and it has nothing to do with anything in the ring. It's cool. Whatever fans want to chant, they can chant. Brody King, whatever he wants to believe, he can believe. But it seems like every time I hear about Brody King, it's more about what the fans chant. So I figured, I guess whatever he's doing, can't be that good. That's the only thing anybody can talk about is what the fans are chanting. So kind of skipped it over. And unfortunately, I did miss this match too. I switched it over to a show called Justified. Don't know if anybody's watched this, but I will highly recommend this TV show. It came out, I think, 2010, I think, something like that. I'll have to look it back up. But kind of reason I went back and watched it, I knew this having another series or another season or a short season called Justified or City Primeval. So it's like, okay, I'll just watch the complete season of the first run of the show, then watch this one. So went in and watched the complete series, and I was only down to the last two episodes, and I wound up watching the last two episodes of Justified instead of the last two matches of Dynamite. But anyway, that's my little Dynamite recap. Like I said, it was kind of like Raw was this week. Uh, I mean, Raw has some good stuff on it, but I mean, even the CM Punk promo, the what if brother? Oh, sorry, couldn't help myself. Um, yeah, sorry, little punksters and the rest of the punkin maniacs. Promo he cut this week wasn't that good. Uh, didn't get. I won't say it was not. This didn't get me interested in the match between him and Finn Balor. Just what if this and what if that and what if this brother? What if Andre beat me at WrestleMania 3, brother? What if Han didn't shoot first, brother? Anyway, what if Kal-El landed in the Soviet Union instead of Kansas, or um, in the state of Kansas in the United States? How would Superman been different, brother? A lot of what ifs. I think Marvel Comics had a comic deal with what called What If. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, for it to be a go home promo for his world title match, or even that segment. I mean, Finn Balor was there. Not sure why they didn't have like one more little segment, but it is what it is. Yeah, this one was at best. Feel bad about Penelope Ford getting injured. Um, and that segment with MJF and Nana Page was just, like I said, I told you folks how it ended up and how I would change it. And me being a non-booker and never been in wrestling and seeing that segment, and just like that, I was able to go, this is how I would have done it. It would have been a little bit better. It would have flowed a lot better, in my opinion, of course. But so that was kind of a dud. Like I said, kind of like that CM Punk promo there. Pretty much a dud. But um, but yeah, if any of you folks did watch Dynamite this week, let me know what y'all thought about it. And like I said, the show Justified. Let me get on the do, 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 do. It's on Hulu right now. Let's see here. I'll look it up for us. Oh, come on. Why won't it? Oh, never mind. I know what's going on. Okay. So it ran from. Oops, wrong one. I didn't show the premiere date. Come on. Don't you hate when they do that? Oh, so yeah, it debuted March of 2010, ended in 2015 because they were like, hey, 6 seasons, I think we're good. Then they, wound up getting a, what do you call it? It was like way they labeled it was a limited sequel series. So definitely want to check that out. If I have time this weekend, I'll check it out. Um, but we do have Elimination Chamber this weekend. we're about to talk about that. But yeah, like I said, it's on Hulu. Check it out. Uh, you will not be disappointed. I don't think it's actually based on a Elmore Leonard's stories about Raylan Givens uh, from a book Fire in a Hole. So basically, Raylan Givens, played by Timothy Oliphant, is a U.S. Marshal. Got in a little bit of pickle in Miami. Then had to go move back to Kentucky and be a U.S. Marshal there. But yeah, like I said, great dialogue on the show. But yeah, I wound up watching the last two episodes of that instead of the last two matches of Dynamite. Let's see. All right. Um. Now, speaking about Brody, Joe King says, as much as I don't like Brody's gimmick, quotations, I don't think you really need quotations there. I would rather see him than Paige. Yeah, I'm not big on Paige either. Um, Heck, I'd rather seen Swerve. Maybe, I guess Samoa Joe's injured again. But and I kind of mentioned this on a comment on social media. I was like, as far as wrestle wise, Brody King just reminds me of a throwback of like the old big guys in the '80s, like you know, of course he's not as big as One Man Gang or Big Boss Man, but but like the Steve Dr. Death Williams, the Terry Gordy and stuff like that, big guys like that, the big guys that would basically the bookers or promoters like Bill Watts and Ole Anderson would use, because Bill Watts, if you don't know, was a promoter booker in the Mid South Territory, Mid South turn of UWF. He was a wrestler himself, Cowboy Bill Watts. But anyway, he liked using big tough guys, and Brody King, if this was like 1985, 84, 85, whatever, Brody King would have been in that territory, probably having some what Jim Ross would call slobber knockers, with likes of Hacksaw Duggan, probably Terry Gordy himself, One Man Gang, Kamala, whoever goes through there, and probably an easy character you probably switch, heel and face, whatever. That way you take on the other monsters. He can be a monster that fights Duggan and DiBiase and all that. Then change babyface and fight the other monsters like Bundy and Kamala and One Man Gang. I mean, if you now that I'm kind of it just popped in my head that way. Probably a good dream match. If you want to put like a dream match between two guys in different eras, Terry Gordy and Brody King definitely would have poured up back in the days. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure those two horses beat the hell out of each. I think I've seen that match too. I think I might have seen that match on YouTube or something like that, or you might show it to me on. But yeah, I mean, you got to remember Walter was big at that time. He trimmed down a lot now, but Gunther, in case folks you not sure who we're talking about, he used to go by Walter, big old boy. Um, no, he's a big old boy now, but he's trimmed down a lot. He's in good shape body wise. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll laying the leather to each other. Lots of probably chops and slams and more chops. But yeah, that's kind of what Brody King reminds me of. Gunther kind of reminds me of that too. I guess that's why I'm a fan of Gunther as well. Because this match, I mean, he just looks like uh, that despicable big, not really the monster heel. I mean, especially the way he's like now he's kind of like a smart monster heel. He's going to beat the hell out of somebody and put you to sleep with a sleeper hold, not match wise. But and right now, I am surprised that uh he did. I'm kind of surprised he didn't win a Royal Rumble, and he's not even in the Elimination Chamber match. We'll get to soon, but yeah, that would have been great right there. I might have to look up that match. 'Cause I think I've seen it before. I just can't, folks. I'm old. I can't remember stuff like I used to anymore. Especially if you ask me some like the finish of WrestleMania 2, I could tell you. Starrcade 84, yeah, main event. I can tell you the finish. I ain't like the entrance music to most people. I can probably tell you those. If you try to ask me what the finish was on this week's WWE Raw or the exact finish and sequence stuff like that, I had to go back to my notes. I couldn't tell you right now. Could not tell you right now. I've slept. This to steal a phrase for somebody else. I've slept since then. So new information, not good. Old information, there. New information, it's a hit and miss. I was talking about my work earlier. It's like like when I gotta do these certification tests. Like I know how to do the work and everything. It's just sometimes when you want to put in numbers and what's this or that, blah 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 on a test, I study it to the point where it retains. As long as then after I finish the test and do good, gone. That information's poof, gone. But I mean, I know how to do my job. I know, I know probably more than enough to get by, or just get to a situation where I do need to remember something, and I'll remember it. But anyway, some speaking of Raw this week, whoops, where is it? Oh, that's not. Oh, I gotta scroll back up. Speaking of Raw this week, AJ Styles officially said, "I'm done. Call it a day." Took the jacket off, took the gloves off, laid it there, and when he addressed the crowd of, "Hey, why did I?" Yeah, 50 is coming. It's coming in a few short days. Well, not short days. Let's see, what's today? Today's the 26th. I'll put it to you this way. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to digress. I need to learn how. What the hell? I need to learn to. Wait a minute. Is that what am I? Oh, I guess I should be looking at. My bad. I guess I should be looking at. I didn't think I had a two camera. See, ill prepared. But anyway, I sorry, I don't mean to digress like this, but I do need to learn to leave the answer the comments later. Something I was seeing on YouTube today about, and I kind of noticed that other people kind of do the same thing, but I don't think I'm definitely not at that point yet because It's obvious. Do anybody see a super chat thing so you can donate money? No. Uh, but anyway, speaking of turning 50, I noticed there's one thing I gotta do every time I read a text or on my message thing where I have text messages. I'm having to open up a little bit so the letters are a little bigger. Instead of this standard, I gotta move the font. I gotta increase the font uh, up a notch. That way I can read what's going on or read what's texted to me or even just read the article. So, like I said, the old it's it's getting to be that time. Getting time to get the get these highs checked. Like even on this, I got notes right here, and I got not blown up too big. Most of them still standard or whatever, um, but yeah, they got to be blown up just a little bit, just a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, getting back to the show here. Congratulations are in order. AJ Styles is going into the Hall of Fame this year. During his retirement thing, he came out and took the jacket off, taking the gloves off, explaining that, hey, I didn't want to take my gloves off in Saudi Arabia. I want to come back home, Atlanta, Georgia, and do it here. He did it, said his goodbyes. All the wrestlers came out. Then here comes the Undertaker. He comes out. He kind of pokes fun at him and said, hey, you just going to leave your stuff right here? Um, then Taker was like, hey, used to, when you see me, you were gone. But nowadays, when you see me, you're going. And they blew up this picture right here and said, AJ Styles, you have been chosen to enter the uh, WWE Hall of Fame class of 2026. So pretty good. Not bad for a boy from Gainesville, Georgia. Going had a full career. Started his career in Cornelia, Georgia. Got trained by a guy by the name of Rick Michaels. I should upload some pictures, but yeah, me being well organized is not me either. But yeah, start out there is it's yeah it's if I said Cornelia, Georgia, it's going to be everything you imagine. It's on a back road, uh, on an intersection. At least there's an intersection there. Now there's like a convenience store across the street, but it wasn't there before. It was kind of nothing. But there was like I think this is an old schoolhouse or something like that. And when I mean old schoolhouse, I mean old like back when back when grades K through 12 was in one room. One of those like one little building, one room schoolhouses. That's where it started out at NCW, then turned into NWA Wildside. That's where AJ got his start. Then from there, went on to do other independents. Went to Ring of Honor. I think he said in his interview he learned a lot from Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, guys like that. I think Eddie Guerrero, when he came through there, probably taught him a little bit as well. But did the Ring of Honor thing. I think did one of the World Wrestling All Star pay-per-views, maybe Evolution or something like that. Can't remember which one. But then from there, TNA started up, and one of their first grabs was AJ Styles. He had a great reputation at the time, so they brought him in, start pushing him. Instantly became one half the World Tag Team Champions and the inaugural X Division Champion. If you ever get a chance to see that first program, second program, especially the X Division match. That was a pretty tight match. I remember that one. The one that determined the first champion. And a lot of those X Division matches, freaking awesome. If you do love that AEW type stuff, before then it was the Luchadors in WCW, but the X Division took it up a step further, and that flippy, what do you call that? Flippy floppy stuff. It's been carried by AEW, but like I said, those early X Division matches were great. But yeah, spent a lot of his career there. And when it was NWA TNA, so he became an NWA World Champion. Then TNA broke away, and AJ pretty much at least one of the faces of AEW or TNA, multi-time world champion, tag team champion, excuse me, X Division champion as well. Then the Hulk Hogan thing came about, and it was like a front church. Didn't go over too well. They were gone. A little bit of contract dispute. I think they was wanting him to take a pay cut or something like that. So AJ's like, let me go venture off somewhere else. Winds up doing the Independents and New Japan. I think he stated in an interview within 6 months he had made what he made the previous year in TNA. But stated that, hey, right now, I'm just looking for, I just want to make enough money to set my family up good, to support my family. That was his goal. But in 2016, it came calling, and I forgot what entry he was, but he was in the 2016 Royal Rumble. That's where he made his debut. And from there, again, tag team champion, was he Intercontinental? I think he had all the belts there too. Heavyweight or WWE champion or world champion, however they flip it around. But he was the main champion for a while. But then, of course, this year's Royal Rumble, he mentioned himself. It's like, hey, this is I forgot the words he said, but it kind of fits. He made his debut in the 2016 Royal Rumble, retired, had his last match at the 2026 Royal Rumble. So 10 years of AJ Styles in the WWE. And now it looks like he's retired. Not sure what he's going to do next. I think he already stated that, hey, if I do anything, it's going to be within the WWE. So there's that. I don't know if he'll maybe become a agent, trainer, or anything like that. Still got school-age kids, so I'm pretty sure he's going to want to do whatever it is, probably kind of stay at home. He kind of seems to be that kind of guy. I mean, he mentioned it too in his retirement speech that, like every wrestler, he missed ball games, first walks, birthdays, you name it. He missed that. So seems like he's going to be spend some time at home for a little bit, then go from there. But like I said before, kind of quick. I didn't expect him to go in this quickly. So I kind of thinking that they signed signed it like some kind of like a Legends deal or something like that with AJ Styles. So he might, do some goodwill ambassador type stuff in the meantime. But yeah, I was like, okay, if he tries this year from the WWE, he might do TNA. Like everybody else, kind of speculated. It's like, maybe he goes back to TNA. Not sure about AEW, but wouldn't be surprised either. So, when he retired, probably give it another year or two, then they'll probably induct him. And I kind of said the same thing with John Cena. Of course, they not announced John Cena for this year. So far this year is Stephanie McMahon and AJ Styles. I'm pretty sure in the coming weeks more will come. But like I said, congratulations to him. Like I said, Uh, just talk about that building. I mean, that building. Cash Wheeler, uh, Xavier Woods wrestled in that building. Kenny Omega wrestled in that building before. Didn't wasn't like a mainstay, but like Xavier Woods was kind of a mainstay for a little bit. Cash Wheeler was a mainstay in that building for a little bit. Um, bunch of other people. Apollo, he wrestled there a few times, but a lot of talents come out of that building and out of that school, I guess. But again, congratulations to AJ Styles for being inducted in this year's WWE Hall of Fame. I was about to say Wrestling Hall of Fame. And I know there's people who not really feel the Hall of Fame because it's not like an actual building. I dig it for what it is. I know it's just a show, but I dig it. It's like one more time where these wrestlers can have one more time in spotlight so the fans can see them, say thank you, and all that good stuff. I wish they'd do a physical Hall of Fame. Probably be in Florida, I'm thinking. But hey, it'll be, depends on where it is. Orlando, I think Orlando is probably about 8 hours from me, maybe. I mean, it'll be like a 2-day trip or something like that. Go down Orlando, hang out for a while, uh, go through the Hall of Fame, spend another day, or spend the following day. Maybe there's check out uh, other things in Orlando. I got a friend that lives in Orlando. Probably visit them, but then drive back. But yeah, I wish there was a physical Hall of Fame. I think there's well, no, I I think there used to be some kind of Hall of Fame, uh, but I think it was in New York at one time. They moved it to Texas. Then you know that wound up being a victim of COVID because they couldn't pay their bills. Yeah, I mean, Joe King says it's all about the inductions and speeches. That's all it is. Uh, a nice little highlight video, speeches, stuff like that. And I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Yeah, you do get some stories. Uh, I thought I thought the Undertaker's was great when he did his. Paul Heyman's was good. But yeah, all that stuff was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason. It's almost like the reason I like to, listen to these podcasts and the shoot interviews. You get your little behind the scenes stuff, then just the stories they'll tell, and they're either true or false, or true or BS. But it's good, all good. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the Hall of Fame. Uh, I, I did find out that somebody did snap a picture. Air Paris was there. One uh, one of the big feuds he had during those NWA Wildside days in Cornelia was against Air Paris. I forgot to mention they did have like a developmental deal or did have a contract with WCW, Air Raid, Air Paris, or Air Paris and AJ, but they call him Air Styles. Forgot about that part when I was talking about AJ's career. That part's kind of forgettable. That was the days of WCW. And I think, if I remember the story correctly, I think AJ was offered a developmental deal with WWE at the time, but at the time, the money went great. I think it was like 500 a week. But his now wife, uh, she was still in school to be a teacher, I think, or in school to be something. So, and I think he had to come from Georgia, Kentucky, back to Georgia, and for just $500 a week, you know, wasn't financially feasible. I guess you can call it that. But it kind of worked out in the end. AJ did finally make it up there. Hey, I mean, when you're talent, talent seems to find its way to in the top places. So, and that's what happened to AJ. All right, here we're gonna take a quick commercial break here. When we get back, we'll do the Elimination Chamber predictions. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. If you made it this far in the video, you're having fun. You folks know what to do. Everybody says this, so let's go through the whole routine. If you enjoy it, click on that like button. Also, leave me a comment. Give me your opinions on anything I talk about tonight. Ask questions, or just drop a friendly hello. That's always cool as well. Also, if you enjoy listening to a fan, just like you folks at home, talk about the sport of professional wrestling, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Now, back to our program. If I can figure out. There we go. Anyway, so this Saturday is Elimination Chamber. I'll definitely be checking that out. Having my brother and one of my buddies coming over to watch it. So that will be cool as hell. So basically the crew will be at my place checking this out. So I'll get their feedback as well. See what they think about the matches. Incorporate some of their thoughts. But looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a pit stop to WrestleMania. WrestleMania's the big show, so not sure what's all gonna happen. And of course, it takes place in Chicago. That's why you see CM Punk and AJ Lee on the cover there. All right, let's see. So let's see what we got here. So speaking of AJ Lee, women's Intercontinental Championship match here. You got Becky Lynch for the champion defending against AJ Lee. I won't mind Becky winning, but something tells me that, Miss Punkster, AJ Lee, might be. I think the safe bet will be AJ Lee winning this one. Then they'll maybe have a rematch at WrestleMania or probably following night on Raw. Because I don't see AJ Lee wrestling that much. But I think they want to keep that championship kind of not really playing hot potato, but not really keeping it on one person for a long, long time. I think this is Becky Lynch's second reign, so she only lost it for a short bit, but I can imagine Becky Lynch winning it back, putting some prestige to that championship. So yeah, I think the smart money will be AJ Lee win this one. Like I said, wouldn't mind seeing Becky win this one, but might be one of those get the Chicago fans what they want. By the way, they got great Giordani's. What's it called? Is that thick pizza, whatever? Fucking awesome. Anyway, yeah, let's not talk about food. I'll get freaking hungry. I know I ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich earlier, but it's oops, I messed up here. Let me go back. But yes, like I said, smart money will be AJ Lee winning this one. Sorry, I forgot to push the record button. All right, like I said, I don't know what matches go first or anything else. I just threw them out there. So anyway, Another match at Elimination Chamber is the Women's Elimination Chamber match. It features Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. This is kind of a difficult one. I tell you who I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win the women's. Just kidding. I want Raquel Rodriguez to win this one. That's the one I'm pulling for. I think ever since she's came back, she's gotten better. Her new persona, she is something she's kind of looks like she's very comfortable in. Uh, and she's a power, like I said, a powerhouse. Nothing fancy. Uh, more kind of a kind of say this. It fits her. The big what's it? Big sexy mommy or something like that, or cool maybe, or big mommy sexy cool whatever it is. Uh, Based on the old diesel type deal. And that's one of those deals. I mean, if you need any proof that sometimes it's probably a good thing to listen to veterans, Raquel Rodriguez is proof. Hey, you might want to listen to veterans because ever since he did that on his podcast, gave some his opinions about Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, she heard it, took up on his advice, and has gone with it, and it's worked out very good for her. So yes, all you young folks, young wrestlers, listen to the veterans that are, especially if they give you sound advice. But yeah, I I'm gonna say Raquel Rodriguez wins this one. Um, I guess if you're just gonna do a safe bet, it would be Tiffany Stratton, or it could be Alexa Bliss. Kiana James still a little new. Don't really expect her to win this one. Kind of like Trick Williams and Javon Evans, kind of getting their feet wet because obviously they expect big things from them. So, but more on that later. But so Kiana James in this one. But I'd almost, if you're gonna do a safe bet, it might be Tiffany Stratton. If Charlotte Flair was on this one, I'd probably pick her. That way they can have that Jay Cargill and Charlotte Flair match. Rhea Ripley would be good, but she's already a tag team champion, and I've already heard rumors of what might be happening uh, WrestleMania and after WrestleMania. But I think Rhea and Io, Io Sky will be defending their tag team titles at WrestleMania. Guess who? I don't know. Then I imagine they'll probably keep the championship there, then lose them shortly thereafter. Which I don't know. Don't know how well. I mean, the rumor is them switching Rhea Ripley to a heel and having her turn against Io Sky. But as popular Io Sky is, um, Rhea Ripley is probably a notch above her. I don't know if fans were buy into that. I'm not even sure fans want to see Rhea Ripley as a heel, but I guess I mean, the safe money might be Tiffany Stratton, or they might totally surprise us. Might just give it to Kiana James, but the person I'm rooting for, and the person I'm going ahead and pick to win this one is Raquel Rodriguez. It makes sense somewhat. I mean, have her come to SmackDown and have Liv be on Raw because it looks like they might be splitting up that Judgment Day group anyway. It's kind of ran its course. So, all right. And of course, this is a no-brainer right here. CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. It's gonna be the Punkster, brother. He's gonna come to Chicago in front of all the little punksters and the punkin' maniacs and run wild on Finn Balor. Look into his eyes. What do you see? Damn right, it's the Punkster, brother. So yeah, Punk's winning that one. This brings us to the men's Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. Now Jey Uso is kind of a, I think he just got put in there. If you've seen Raw this past week, there was the qualifying match between Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and the original El Grande Americano. Bronson Reed came in, broke up a pin, and when he did, he wound up tearing his bicep. I think he kind of watched Stevie Richards' podcast. I think he goes in depth on it. I haven't watched that video yet, but or watched that episode of his podcast where he talked about it yet. But yeah, it was kind of. I kind of had a feeling when I seen him kind of roll over there and break up the pin and started looking at his arm. I'm like, this might not be good. Then they came back and Bronson's on the floor, and you see it on that bottom picture there with medical, the WWE medical staff. So I'm kind of wondering if because it seemed like there was a lot of talk between the referee and Jey Uso, and as well as El Grande Americano. But I almost want to say that Bronson was probably supposed to win that one, but since excuse me, since he did get injured in mid-match, Jey Uso wound up picking the win. So I'm definitely not picking him to win the Chamber match. Javon Evans, I've stated in the last two Raw recaps of the week, last couple of weeks, that I think he's there to be the Daredevil this year. Take some big bumps. It's one of those, if he is nervous, he might want to take a couple of shots at Jack or something like that and calm the nerves, because it's not worry about messing up, is worry about, hitting those high spots, and then make sure him as well as whoever he's planning to move on is safe as well. Trick Williams, like I said a while ago, I think they expect big things from Trick Williams. He seems pretty good. He's got future star written all over him. I think it's just one of those. We'll put him in there, get his feet wet, see how he does. Let's see, Cody Rhodes. I think they need. It would not hurt Cody Rhodes one bit if he's not in the main event WrestleMania. I think you got Roman Reigns and CM Punk. That's good. You got Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship. Wouldn't mind seeing Randy Orton on this one, but I think it's time. Just do it. Just go ahead. Sometimes you got to give the people what they want. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and say LA Knight wins this one. I mean, it's time. This is the time to do it. Go ahead, have him win. Give the people what they want. Let him go to WrestleMania, possibly defeat Drew McIntyre, and see how it goes. I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking people probably will wind up souring on it. Not quickly, but it won't take long. Um, but Randy Orton would be cool. I would like to see Randy Orton have one more run as a champion, because I know he's I think the retirement rumors are swirling around over his head too, or going around his name as well. I don't think he's going to be too far along. Now that would be interesting as far as storyline. Maybe Randy Orton wins the Chamber, goes on to Mania, defeats Drew McIntyre, and maybe come say SummerSlam, Gunther gets moved to SmackDown, and whoever can go to Raw. So then have Gunther wind up beating Randy Orton. Because one of the things that I think needs to happen in WrestleMania is, I mean, this is one of those things that's got to happen. Roman Reigns got to go over on CM Punk. No, again, sorry, little punksters. Sorry to all the Punkamaniacs out there, but this is one of the times where punksters got to do business here at WrestleMania and put Roman over cleanly. Go to chat here. Nah, Logan Paul's not in the Elimination Chamber. Mm, Logan's not quite there yet. I mean, I don't know. No, people would definitely. I mean, even though Drew's a heel, I don't think anybody wants to see Logan Paul as a babyface right now. But and that'll be a decent one to see. But yeah, well, damn. Yeah, like I said, is this Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. Like I said, I think, I think that the Jey Uso spot's supposed to go to Bronson Reed. Now I don't think he was going to win the Chamber, but unless the help cause LA Knight to lose, maybe Drew or Jacob Fatu causes Cody to lose. That puts Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. Um, like I said, I think Javon's is supposed to be the Daredevil. Trick Williams probably do a little show. Javon he's going to show out. Trick, I think they're going to have him show out some too. So, give everybody kind of a taste of what the future might look like. Man, too bad Braun Breaker's not in here. Oh, okay. Nothing much has changed. Yeah, I know I need to start watching SmackDown and doing recap videos of them. See, that's where you get your news. You watch the WWE Raw recaps. So you can see what's going on or hear about what's going on. But yeah, that's what I got right now. So I got final call here. AJ Lee going over Becky Lynch. Raquel. It's more of me cheering for Raquel Rodriguez, but won't be surprised about anybody else. But I'm gonna say Raquel Rodriguez wins the women's elimination chamber match. That's a gimme. CM Punk defeats Finn Balor, unless they really want to try to do a three-way dance, in which we'll cross that road if it happens. But But yeah, I think Punk just goes over on this one. And like I said, give the people what they want. Let's have LA Knight win it. I mean, why not? People dig them. But yes, that is my Elimination Chamber predictions. So, like I said, it looks like a pretty good card. I think a couple things kind of got switched around because of injuries and stuff, and they want to kind of put some new people in there. I mean, especially in the men's, you got Evans and Trick Williams. Like I said, I think Bronson was supposed to be where Uso was, but it's a pit stop. Do I expect this to be like a 20-star premium live event? No. Yes, two matches easily predicted probably, unless they just wanted to and say, oh, okay, that one is a little too predictable, so let's do this, and that would be the Becky Lynch AJ Lee match. But that's all I have for this evening. I have no idea what I'm going to do for tomorrow's uh, Wrestling Gold Friday night. I need to look at that one. Let me see if I can. There we go. But yeah, I have nothing prepared yet for tomorrow night's Wrestling Gold Friday night. But
What do you want to
follow
talk
me
about?
on social media, Facebook,
Wrestling?
X,
Why?
It's wrestling.
I will
Wrestling. Why?
have something there.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
All you
boil,
folks,
boil, boil,
let me know in the chat in the
Why
comments
not? Why not?
if
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not
here you go,
fake.
3 choices here. Off the top of my head. Either Continental,
Not
Southeastern.
fake!
Okay, wrestling. That was a little indie thing. Or there we go. 4 choices. I give y'all 4 choices. Continental, Texas All-Star, South Atlantic, or the PWF that was in Florida that Dusty Rhodes ran. Whatever has the shortest run time. Oh, come on, man. Maybe if I had to shut the fuck up as I'm doing the today in wrestling history, besides babbling and talking some shit. But yeah, yes, tomorrow night's Wrestling Gold Friday night, where we talk about the glory days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling and wrestling was real. Because damn it, it's still real to us. It's the fun show. Starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Be there. But yes, but yeah, that will do it for me this evening. Like I said, it's been a long week. Ready to get to actually. Let's see. I want to get to relax a little bit tonight. Well, not too much. I want to kind of like try to um, get tomorrow night prepared. So that'll probably take me another. At least if I stop right now, it'll be about 10 o'clock. I did kind of record some clips here, so I'm going to go ahead and upload those to YouTube. Let's see what happens. See if I get some views on them. Other than that, appreciate everybody who tuned in, and for those of you who tuned in, not on the live but on the rerun. Hey, appreciate you watching. You folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.